Lake Buena Vista, FLA. I covered the main press conference about Giancarlo Stanton earlier, but afterward he and his agents fanned out to various TV shows, radio shows and reporter scrums from which some new, fun things have spun out. Part of what they've talked about is silly and meaningless, part of it just meaningless. Here's the silly and meaningless, from a Marlins official, apparently, trying to bully Stanton into accepting either the Giants or the Cardinals trades despite the fact that he told them beforehand that he was not willing to go to either of those teams. The backstory of the Giancarlo Stanton trade is bonkers. Miami threatened that if he didn't accept a trade to St. Louis or San Francisco, he would be a Marlin for life. He called their bluff. And because of it, he's a New York Yankee. Jeff Passan at Jeff Passan, December 11, 2017. This is silly because it comes off like a threat. Like the worst possible thing that can happen to a guy is to stay with the very team that is making the threat. It's like telling your wife that if she does not leave you, she's stuck with you forever. It's meaningless too, in that Stanton has an opt-out clause after 2020. If the Marlins could not make a trade Stanton would approve, he'd simply collect close to $90 million and then leave at age 30. Ooh, don't throw me into that briar patch, Mr. Jeter. Not that Stanton's people are offering statements of serious gravitas. His agent was asked about Stanton's opt-out rights, which he retains even though he's now with the Yankees. Joel Wolfe, Giancarlo Stanton's agent, he has no desire to opt out. Andy McCullough at McCullough Times, December 11, 2017. That may very well be true. He just got here and everything is going great so far. It's totally empty, of course, because anything can happen between now and the fall of 2020. If the big-time free agents of the next 2 years sign for the sort of money that makes Stanton look underpaid, he'll certainly opt out, even if he wants to stay with the Yankees. Ask Alex Rodriguez and CC Sabathia how that works. The opt-out clause is pure, unadulterated leverage for a player, and unless he totally craters over the next 3 seasons he'll most certainly use it, regardless of present desires. Which, hey, that's how things work when a big trade or free agent signing happens. Everyone who has lost looks bad and everyone who won is happy. Then, later, the baseball happens. Follow at Craig Calcaterra. The Angels signed Japanese superstar Shohei Ohtani for a $2.3 million signing bonus last weekend. They may have damaged goods on their hands. Jeff Passan of Yahoo Sports reports that Ohtani underwent a physical that revealed a first-degree sprain of his ulnar collateral ligament. As a result, he got a electric plasma injection on October 20. This was made known to teams after Ohtani entered MLB's posting system, so it wasn't like the Angels went into this blind. Ohtani's report said, although partial damage of UCL and deep layer of his right UCL exists, he is able to continue baseball participation with sufficient elbow care program. It also said Ohtani will most likely be available to start his throwing program approximately a month from the PRP. Passan notes that the report also mentioned that a small free body floats in Ohtani's elbow near his UCL. Ohtani isn't without other injuries. He battled hamstring and ankle issues throughout 2017 and underwent right ankle surgery back in October. Thankfully for the Angels, this diagnosis is about as good as it could be considering the circumstances. However, if Ohtani does exacerbate his UCL issue, he may ultimately need Tommy John surgery at some point, which would take him out of action for at least a year. Follow at Bear Bill.